first, I wanted to bring up this clip with Cheryl Miller on All the Smoke podcast.
I'm going to be honest because it needs to be said. I can relate to that young lady, and I felt for her. Mm-hmm. I know what it's like to be hated. I know what it's like to be a black woman and hated because of my color. Yeah. I can't imagine this young lady, I don't want to use hate, but despised. Mm-hmm. And people just having, she brought some on herself a little bit because she's cocky for a good reason. Mm-hmm. And I love that about her. But to watch the dynamics and the media, they had their narrative. Mm-hmm. And I was pleased and proud to see the narrative wasn't the truth.
Right.
And Angel and her got along so well, and watching them practice. And yeah, just get it. And Caitlin's like, just fly. And watching her pass. And I didn't know how talented she was and how well she sees the game in a 3D version. Thinker. Defensively, a lot better than I thought and gave her credit for. So watching her and just spending a little time. And one thing, guys, that I've learned is to step back and let these kids be themselves. Look, I speak when I'm spoken to. I'm not sitting up there knocking on anybody's door, offering my advice because I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be social media, Instagram this. I don't know what it's like to be bombarded and have to be the breadwinner in the family and be a brand and be worried about what I do or say and everything else, and 24/7 being pulled in so many different directions and not knowing. Throw in the fact that if I'm insecure, if I've got my own mental issues going on, who do I talk to? I don't regret being born when I was.
Right. And that was Cheryl Miller on the All the Smoke podcast. Shout out Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. She was discussing Caitlin Clark.
There's some truth to what she's saying. Because when she was best out of all the Millers, you know what I'm saying? Because, Hall of Famer Reggie Miller, her brother, she was supposed to be the better player in the whole family. And coming into when she was playing ball, yeah, she was brash and she was doing her thing, you know what I'm saying? And back in the 80s, they ain't appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? She busting all them damn white women asses on the court. So, but the thing about it is what is getting kind of like, I feel like it's getting misconstrued in the whole thing, is nobody hated Caitlin Clark. Even if she was brash about making her shots, nobody hated her. The problem was her fan base, some of her fan base was using her as a shield, propaganda shield, to attack black female and LGBTQ players behind her. So And in response of that kind of put her in an unfair position to where she was getting unnecessary shots at from, because they was like, hey, since she came to the WNBA, she's the reason why all these players are getting the money that they're getting that they deserve. And so, and in some truth, yes, she did brought new eyes to the game, but these women that opened up the doors and held the doors open for her to get there, they was seeing like they was being brushed up under the rug. So in a sense, that's where Caitlin Clark was unfairly, whatever you agree with or not, was put in a position which she didn't do it. It was some sectors in her fan base that was using her as a way to attack those areas that I was just speaking about.
So you're saying her fans are using Caitlin as a proxy to just basically go at black women,
black and gays and
lesbians, which is pretty much most of the WNBA.
Exactly. So
yeah, I agree with what Cheryl Miller said about Caitlin Clark. But yeah, I do believe there's a lot of envy and jealousy towards Caitlin Clark because she was able to pull off things that other players weren't able to do.
That's why you're saying there was no hate towards her. Yeah, it was. We were watching the same stuff.
There was envy.
No. Actually, they don't envy her as a player. They don't. It's the fact that Mara is. It's the
they
fact.
envy her whiteness.
Exactly. That's what it
That's
was.
Why they get weed.
They envy her whiteness of the opportunity that she was able to surpass women that put in work and that's well established and her. You feel what I'm saying? Corporate America really now was forced to open up the doors to other black and brown women to get these commercial deals, to do all this other stuff. Because remember, before Caitlin Clark came in, your girl Gamecocks, how many chips she had won since then?
Dawn Stanley?
No,
Asia.
Asia.
Oh, Asia.
How many chips she had won? She's the best player.
I'm not taking nothing away
so
from Asia.
again,
I
so-
love Asia,
So
but
I don't-
I'm just saying Asia didn't bring that type of fan base.
Are you serious?
I'm dead ass serious.
Gamecocks? What
Bro.
you talking about?
Bro, Asia wasn't the first Gamecock. She's not going to be the last. She
That's
was an
not the
amazing
point, though.
Gamecock.
You just said
But
the fan base, Gamecocks. Any of them Gamecocks since Dawn Staley. You talk about this. And
Yeah, I love
all right,
my
since Dawn
girls.
Staley been down there, they won 3 chips. Asia was the first one. I believe that helped win their first chip.
Mm-hmm.
It's how, you telling me Gamecock Nation don't follow her? Yes, she does. The fact of the matter is, like I said, Caitlin Clark whiteness, it's fair or not, she can't help it that she was born white. She was used as a proxy. And then when you got Orange Crush out here using race and gender and as pumping his fan base up and stuff like that, she was used as a proxy. But instead of that happening, opportunities open up for everybody else that was shut out. That's all. These women was balling. Everybody talking about the WNBA wasn't making no money. The NBA would no, man. Ain't nobody gonna help. They gonna help to a degree. You know what I'm saying? That is by fellow NBA players showing support, actually there at the games to help promote it. These women were doing a thing before Caitlin Clark came in. It started in college. Her and Angel Reese, you feel what I'm saying? Then they started attacking Angel Reese about her color and her behavior and when.
But see that, and this is the thing that I don't think you're understanding. It started in college, but see, a lot of this transition, like you get, like what we're going to talk about in a second, the college fan base, crazy. But see, to transfer from the college fan base to a WNBA fan base
you lose
is completely different. And that's where I'm trying to come at people at. We support all Gamecock girls. Doesn't mean I watch every girl that goes into the WNBA because she's a Gamecock.
Okay, so again,
I watched Caitlin Clark from college to
Why?
the WNBA
Why?
because she could ball.
Bro, you was not talking about no Caitlin Clark and them until
Bro.
they got in the
does it
playoffs.
does it matter when you were
It
talking
does.
about her? I saw her and she could ball, and then I was intrigued by
So
it.
all of a sudden, we got other black women that couldn't ball. We got other black women that wasn't shooting NBA logo threes. That's what we saying
I
here.
did not say that.
So the only difference is a white, and really she ain't the first white girl to do it. You forgot about Diana Taurasi. Only reason why she ain't get it because she's gay. If she wasn't, she would be she's Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark even born. Like, come on.
Oh, she got a J like Caitlin Clark?
Man, what you mean? She's the called the white mamba. Yeah.
All
Look
I'm
at her.
saying
We
is-
just talked
all
about
I'm
her
saying is
accolades
the college
just
fan
last
base
week.
does not
hold on.
transfer to the WNBA fan base.
UConn Nation travels. I don't want to hear that. UConn, these story programs.
Okay.
The only reason why you really locked in, it wasn't because
Just
of
like-
her. Hold on. You're not gonna
But
be.
you gonna cut me off?
No, because you just tried to do it to me. You said just like I'm sitting here making a point. What I'm trying to convey here is the only reason why people locked in was the animosity part of the game. It wasn't the fact that this white girl coming out here shooting threes. We seen plenty of white girls shooting threes. I just gave
I
you
ain't
one.
seen no white girl like shoot it like that. And
Really?
just to throw
I
this
just
out
said
there,
Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird. Come on.
And just to throw this out here, the same thing's going to happen when Juju makes her run into the WNBA. She's going to bring a whole collective of people that would have just stopped at college, but they're going to watch her specifically because she's going to the WNBA.
So what I'm saying is because Caitlin been used as a proxy, that put extra eyes and attention on her as well as her game. Her game has not transcended that other white players have done before her. That's all I'm just saying. Y'all coming in here and see, this is why she gets the BS from other players. They envy because look at the narrative you're trying to create. You acting like she's the first white girl that come in and can shoot logo threes. Come on, we just had, what's your girl, Inescu? She was doing that before her. But she didn't get, the only reason what made Caitlin Clark stick out because of the animosity where the media tried to make the beef, which it wasn't no beef, between her and Angel Reese, and the political beanheads got their hands on it. They made it a white and black race issue. So that what made the eyes of the game even more. So now that's died down. Everybody else is paying attention who the next person.
Let Buddha get his word.
Bro, he could have said something.
I just listen to y'all drag this thing out. Honestly, she's dope. But the main thing, and because I'm like, I look at it like this. I watch the WNBA, but the player, they never really touted them or marketed them the right way. And that's really the main, it's all about marketing, yo. It's just all about marketing.
This is my thing, though. Another thing that we look at Caitlin for is she didn't play at one of these big power schools.
That's the main thing.
She didn't come from UConn,
she carried
or Stanford.
She
or
carried Iowa.
UCLA. You know, she carried Iowa. That was the intrigue. Why is Iowa?
But
I'm
saying, I just think
Iowa
it was more so.
Iowa had
name one other chick
I don't
from
know.
Iowa.
Listen, let's get something straight, bro. I don't follow Iowa as deeply, so don't even try to come in and question me on that. But what I am going to say, Caitlin Clark got the shine. Caitlin Clark was
Because she was a hooper.
She was the star of the team, but she ain't score all the damn points by herself. She had other.
She carried them.
She got
scored
her
a lot of them
teammate,
points by
her former teammate that's on her team now in the NBA, WNBA. She was in college. She was another three. I can't even think of the young lady name. She was another 3-point sniper on the team. Caitlin Clark just got to shine because yes, her game is a lot better. But what I'm going to say, and I'm gonna stick to this, what made her a hot take was when politics got involved in it. Her game is no different from anybody else that came before her. That's all I'm just saying.
I disagree.
That's fine.
But the only reason I'm saying that is because, again,
can.
she carried Iowa.
Okay.
And the reason she got tout, like I'm saying, it's all about marketing. It's all about because she talks. She's a talker.
She
She's
don't
like
talk.
But then
what do you mean she don't talk? She's a trash talker on the court.
But you
that's the
say
whole thing.
All
She
these
talks
girls
trash.
you name from are from Connecticut. Connecticut
I go Tennessee, nigga. I go Tamika Catchings.
No, that's
I
fine.
I
But
go
those are all-
Fouls. I mean, I can
you're
name.
proving my
I can,
point.
No,
You're
I'm not. I
going to
can
these
name
great-
20 other great players.
From name
That's
them.
that's
From
established.
PWIs.
You're naming these women from great programs, and we're saying Caitlin Clark played
LSU
at
wasn't
Iowa.
great like that. No, the LSU women now they is. Back then when Fouls came out, they wasn't like that in the 90s.
Because
Come on,
they
bro.
had to go
I
up against
follow.
Tennessee and
Yo,
UConn.
listen. Let's get something straight.
What
I
you
follow
mean?
women's basketball. Obviously, y'all don't because if you were,
don't do that.
if you was
Don't do
following
that.
women's
do
basketball,
that.
you wouldn't have been talking about her when she got in the playoff, when they got in the NCAA. You've been talking about her throughout her entire
What we're
career.
saying
That's
is-
what I'm saying.
But
That's why I'm calling the
how
bull.
can we know
at.
about somebody until they show us about her?
She ain't
You're
show
saying-
you shit.
You don't hear about a lot
She
of these
didn't win. What she
chicks.
win?
You don't hear about
She
a lot
saw
of
she
these
got her
women
ass whooped 2 years
until
in a row.
like now, March
Her
Madness.
game is nice. Her game is nice.
It's
I
gonna
don't
be
take
somebody
nothing-
new, just like
I don't
last
take
year.
nothing from her game, bro. And see, this is where it's getting all mushy at. Her game is great. She got a good. No, let me walk that back. Her game is good.
No,
The
that's great.
fact of the matter is, the politics open up the doors for the other women, and they use her whiteness to do that.
But what
that's
I'm
the
trying
reason
to
why
get
all these
across to you is
opportunities came
everybody
out.
didn't see it like that. Every black person didn't see it we just saw that the girl could hoop and we wanted to watch her game.
Bruh.
That was it.